life's favorite Lorcana show. This is your deck. And welcome your host who doesn't like to boast, your captain of the Azurite crew. It's the Exploder Khan. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of This Is Your Deck, the new Lorcana show that you haven't watched yet because I only have one episode out. Don't at me. Anyway, but today, I'm joined by another Lorcana creator as we get to banter about the game we love and have a bunch of fun times in betweeny. This time round, all the way from the other side of the planet, in the land of the Aussies, it's Jordyn, aka Intotheinwellau. Hey you! Woo!
Hey guys.
It's so great because I've generally been so hyped to chat with Jordyn and generally have a good time anyway. And it just seems as if we're on the same banter level already. We've been chatting about all sorts before even hitting the recording button. It's great. Love it.
Absolutely. I feel like it's taken us long enough to get here too, Dom. Like, we've been talking about this for 6 weeks now. We just haven't found a time that lines up, and here we are.
Know. You know what I blame? I blame the release of Wilds Unknown. It's just completely thrown everything out the window. But we also love it, and we're probably going to be talking about that set anyway on today's bit.
I reckon.
But yes, all fun and dandy. Now, if you don't understand the premise of the show and why it's called This Is Your Deck, the whole idea of it is that to effectively have an icebreaker to get into the mind of a creator that joins me on the show, I ask them to either bring a deck that they've played in the past, a deck that they've freshly made, or a deck that best represents them in any way or form to help us get to know them a bit better. And Jordyn's deck today, which you guys will obviously see on screen at this moment in time, Pocahontas Perfection. I have been looking at this list. I absolutely dig it. But tell me, what does this deck say about you, and how do you connect with it? So
Yeah, look, it's a really great question. So when you gave me the brief for this episode, and you said, look, you need to come up with a deck that represents you, and I ran through probably 100 different decks, Dom, because like you, I am a builder. I love building decks. I see a card and I think, how can I make that work? And you wouldn't really like to see the state of my deck building at the moment of my account. But I think for me, I had to choose the Pocahontas deck. So from when I was a wee little lass, Pocahontas has always been, I would definitely say my favorite Disney movie, but I would almost go as far to say my favorite movie overall.
Wow.
It has always been a real key favourite of mine. I know it's not one of the top ones of the Disney world, but it's always been a favourite of mine. And when my husband and I joined, I might digress, I'm a bit of a talker. So when we joined the Disney Lorcana universe about 12 months ago, and how that happened was, I've always loved Disney. He's sort of been, Disney's cool, but not a huge fan. And he really wanted to get into a TCG. He was like, I want to start collecting cards again. I want to do that. And how can I get my wife's consent to spend all the money to do that, right? Like, how can I con her into this world?
I need bank approval.
That's exactly what it was. And we are, and you'll like this, we're both wrestling fans, right? He much more than I am. He's a huge wrestling fan. And he's brought me along on that journey, but he started off with, there's some wrestling cards out there to collect, and they just didn't really have the pizzazz or the draw appeal for him that he was looking for, and he knew that probably wasn't going to get me on board. So he found out there was a Disney TCG, and he said, this is it, hook, line and sinker, I'm going to get her into it. And he did. So we're away on holiday, I want to say, a little bit over 12 months ago now, and he said, I'm going to buy these. We're at a toy store looking for presents for our kids that you do when you go on holiday, and he said, I'm going to buy these. And he bought them, and I started looking at the artwork, and I went, I know that. I'm like, I know these cards. As a Disney girl, that's my vibe. And I was hesitant. I really thought this was going to be another one of the, let's spend a bunch of money on something, and then we'll never look at it again in 6 months' time. So
all in on one thing, and then it's done. Yeah.
That's it. And so when this was around in Australia, when Azurite Sea was released in Australia, and then he said, we bought a bunch of stuff. We bought some starter decks. We bought some, I believe we may have bought a trove and a few booster packs. And I was like, this is really pretty, but, they're just cards. And I'll admit right now, that's what I said. I was like, they're just cards. Like, what are they? And then he said, "Do you mind if I pre-order some stuff for the new set?" These were the words to me. He said to me, "Do you mind if I get a box of cards for the new set?" And I said, "No, that's fine. Of course not." Anyway, then a little bit of time passes, and I realised by looking at the bank that he'd spent 400 and something Australian dollars. And I was like, "You did not tell me that it was going to cost that much." And
you were buying a box,
and I'll admit,
not doing a mini mortgage payment.
correct. And I will fall on my sword here and say that I got unreasonably crabby.
Yep.
And I said, "Look, $400 is a little bit more than just, hey, do you mind if I buy something from the new set? You probably should have articulated this to me." And I actually got crabby at him, and I'll apologise. Kyle, my wonderful husband, that I'm sure you will watch this, I am sorry, because now I'm the one spending the money on this game, right?
The tables have turned.
The tables have turned. Fast forward to now, and it's me saying, "We could get a few more blister packs today." And he's like, "We don't need them. The new set comes out
She's gone.
in 4 days, 5 days.
The addict has come out. Here we go.
Yeah, and here we are today. So he absolutely got me hooked. But from that moment, I'm looking through going, "Oh, is Pocahontas in this game?" Because I need to know, and I need to have all of those cards and what's going on. And at the time, she obviously wasn't. It wasn't too long after we got in to the game, because they announced certain teasers so far ahead for each set that they said with set 11 that Pocahontas would be coming into the game. And I thought, this is my set. This is my set, and I cannot wait. So when, again, going back, when you gave me this brief, I thought I could use decks that I've played at Set Champs. I could use decks that I've played a lot of. But this is my fun deck, right? So this is the deck that I made to still, be slightly competitive. So it's not 100% on theme, and it still wins every now and then when the right cards come out at the right time. But it has my girl in it, and Pocahontas is my girl, and she is, like I said, she is by a mile my favourite Disney character, my favourite Disney princess, my favourite movie. So I thought the best way to make her work will be in an amber amethyst, get her in there, and I've actually got her with me. Not from a bragging perspective, but this card deserves. Oh, I don't know if we can see it very well, but she deserves to be in a deck, Dom.
Oh yes.
She is, and of course they announced there was an iconic, and I thought that's going to ruin my bank account because I need that. But yes, that's why I've built this deck. So Pocahontas means a lot to me, always has since I was a young girl. And I had to build a deck that worked around her and really played to the strengths of that key card.
That's awesome. I mean, just to put on the scale of the fact that Winter Spell was a set for me as well. Because, of course, I just happen to be that Darkwing Duck guy. Where'd I put it? I had it here. Oh, I was prepared.
Where's it gone?
I thought
Be
I was prepared.
Don't
look at me. Now I'm tripping. No.
Sitting all the way over there.
Ow! I did not bang my foot. Edit this out, goddammit. I'm gonna keep this in. No. So, shout out to the guys at My Locals for hooking me up, because very recently I was able to get my chase card from Winterspell. Even though Darkwing's my boy, I love Darkwind to pieces, he will always be my boy. But Darkwing Enchanted wasn't my chase. My chase was Let's Get Dangerous, which I'll show there as well. Because I just feel like the artwork for Let's Get Dangerous is just perfect. It has everyone on there. It's probably one of the most beautiful Enchanted I've seen. So, I'm so chuffed.
I completely agree. I think that artwork was one of my favourites from the set. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And it reminded me a little bit of how, we focus on these one character enchanted artworks, but it reminded me a little bit of from Whispers, Spooky Sight. I thought that was some of the best artwork that we had in Enchanted in Whispers in the Well. So
I did get the Enchanted for that.
Oh, gorgeous.
Like literally my very first pack of Whispers in the Well, I pulled it and I went absolutely crazy because I wanted that as my chase for that set as well. So,
incredible.
Oh my god, mad. We'll get back onto the Pocahontas stuff in a minute because I want to dive deeper with that bit. But I can't help but think, since we're on the tangent of the enchanted cards, iconic cards, but everyone's favorite, shiny cardboard. At the moment that we're recording this, I'm going to try and hopefully get this out before Wilds Unknown comes out, or on pre-release day if I can. And I'm now curious, for Wilds Unknown, do you have a chase? And if so, what chase is it?
I do. So I actually think that whilst I love a lot of the enchanteds, I think they're absolutely stunning. My number one chase card has to be on behalf of previously mentioned husband, because he is very excited and wants to get his hand on the Alien Enchanted.
Yeah.
He loves the artwork on that card. He's absolutely cooking up an Amber Emerald toy deck at the moment, and he loves the Alien card. So that would be my number one chase, so that we can get it for him for our collection.
That's awesome.
And for me, just being a little bit selfish, and it's reaching for the stars, I think, is the Merida Iconic. So I've decided, now that I have my hands on the Pocahontas Iconic, that it would be really cool to collect Disney Princess Iconics when they do come out. So that one's probably my ultimate chase.
Okay.
Do you have one?
I do. I have too many. I think the set's dangerous for me, because there are so many enchanteds and iconics that I just want everything from this set. It's just incredibly cool. And I'm not saying that because I'm biased, because, got given Wilds Unknown stuff a bit early. Thank you, Ravensburger, by the way. It's just really fun. I love Toy Story. I love... I actually went back to watch Brave after they revealed that Brave was coming in, because I realized, oh god, I've only ever seen Brave in clips. I've never actually watched it solidly from beginning to end. Underrated. Really underrated, and I really enjoy it as well. We'll get to some other underrated franchises that I think will be in the game later. But if I had to narrow it down, gun to my head, what would be the number one? There are so many ones that are beautiful. I have to go with my boy Syndrome. I just have to.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'd be so surprised if you didn't.
Because I love how Mrs. Incredible looks. I love how Mr. Incredible looks. I love how Jack looks. And The Incredibles is one of my favorite Pixar movies anyway, so I'm really chuffed. And then You've Got a Friend in Me. I mean, perfection.
Beautiful.
Absolute perfection. But Syndrome! And the fact that I'm
Syndrome
building robots and the Omni droids, and I need it so much. But I will say, the iconic Buzz Lightyear that has the glow-in-the-dark motifs when you check the foiling. Oh my god, that is perfect. I don't think they could have perfected it anymore. And, oh my god, I need it. My bank and my wallet is going to hate me.
Look, I think this set, we've, we always knew it was going to be the Toy Story set, right? And I don't like to classify sets like that, but we're all that excited about Toy Story that I do agree, and it deserves it. It absolutely deserves to be the Toy Story set. We've got the Buzz Iconic. We've got Woody being the Set Champs promo and the mat. We've got Jessie as an Enchanted, Alien as an Enchanted. But then following that, obviously we've got the Incredibles, who have got so many fantastic cards featured as well. I'm so excited for the gates that will open up with now bringing Pixar into the game, right? So, because we know a few that are coming. We know some that are going to be in, and we know a few that are coming, but it just opens up this wide world of so many other fantastic franchises that can join the game. And I think that's so exciting.
Oh yeah, it's a great time to be in the Lorcana, and I know we'll get into some more topics involving rotation later, because I brought this up with Lorcana Carp, who was my first guest a while back, so I'm interested in your thoughts. We'll get back to that later. To roll back to the deck, Pocahontas, and your love of Pokey, which I absolutely love. I have to admit, Pocahontas is kind of a love of mine as well. I think out of all the Disney princesses, I think she's right up there. In fact, if I was to say it, I think she's actually my favorite Disney princess, because I really love the movie from beginning to end. I think that she has a fantastic art. Don't get me wrong, Beauty and the Beast, godlike, god tier.
Amazing.
But there's just something about Pocahontas that I admire, and I think it's those. Do you remember the old school Disney VHS tapes where they gave you a preview of the movie that was coming out, but it's a bit of a behind the scenes of how they did it? And it was the behind the scenes of them trying these new watercolor techniques with the leaves and the wind to bring it to life, and I was
I
captivated.
remember what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so that was what captivated me. And I found out not that long ago from my dad, of all people, who I watch movies with all the time. He's my go-to cinema buddy. And I never thought he would have a favorite Disney movie. His favorite Disney movie is Pocahontas. And his favorite song of all the Disney songs is Colors of the Wind. And I'm like, Dad, legend. He's a boy.
That's amazing.
So,
but it's fantastic, right? And I think it's one of I think most Disney movies actually I can't think of a single one that doesn't, but they send a message. They send a message that is so much deeper than the cartoon movie that we're watching or the love story that we might see between the prince and the princess. Or so most, if not all, absolutely do that. I think the one behind Pocahontas is it's so powerful, and Colors of the Wind is the song that represents that. And so your dad, obviously a man of taste. I love that. That's fantastic.
A truly cultured man.
Yes, absolutely.
Did he raise me on Duke Nukem 3D at the age of 3? Absolutely.
He's done a great job.
I mean, love my dad. Dad, if you're watching this, you might be. Love you. But no. So, bringing back Pocahontas, because I've got a very serious question involving Pocahontas.
Right.
She's obviously your main girl movie, etc.
Let's go.
I made a video on this a while back. I need your thoughts.
Okay.
Cocoam did nothing wrong.
No, Cocoam did nothing wrong.
Verified.
Cocoam was doing so. I'm very passionate about this, right? So if you want to go on a tangent about Pocahontas, you have called the right person.
Welcome to the Lorcana chat, where we basically debate for 90 minutes why Cocoam did nothing wrong.
But I agree. So he did nothing wrong. He was protective of his people. Whether he loved Pocahontas or not, I think is a totally other conversation, or whether it was a duty thing, I don't know. Yeah. But he was adhering to his duty. He was frightened of these newcomers onto his shores, which from everything else he had seen aside from John Smith was a completely valid fear. Mm-hmm. He did nothing wrong. I'm also, and this might annoy some people out there that, don't necessarily love when there's a part 2 made to a movie. So Pocahontas 2, I absolutely love it. And I hope we get some stuff from that into the game as well. I actually am team John Rolfe, who is her love interest in Pocahontas 2, over team John Smith.
I'm the same though. Like, she had a better connection with Rolfe than she had with Smith. Like, if anything, she ran with Smith so she could walk with Rolfe. That's my logic.
I like that.
Because she was introduced to the Western world properly by John Smith, but wasn't able to fully embrace it. She was captivated because she's young, she's impressionable, this is a different culture to hers. She wasn't 100% all in with what her dad wanted for her, and she wanted to go out there and find out what kind of a woman she wanted to be. Pocahontas 2 was like, okay, let's go to England and see what it's like. And she finds it. Yep. She gets it.
Yep. She gets it, and she I think John Smith very much had, and these are cartoon characters that we're talking about here, right? But I'm going to talk about his philosophy. I think he very much thought that she needed to stay. He thinks that she needed to stay where she was in the role that she was in. I think he supported her, don't get me wrong, but in the role that she was in, to protect her, and that's wonderful, and I love that. But John Rolfe wanted her to find her own path, which is what I really liked about him. So, no, I agree with you. Cocoam did nothing wrong. Cocoam was doing his duty and what he thought was right. 100% supportive of that commentary.
You heard it here, folks. So don't just at me. You got to at Jordyn as well if you have any complaints. And coming soon to Lorcana, hopefully, a Cocoam card of some kind. Which leads on...
He's got to be a bodyguard, right?
Has to either be a bodyguard or a cow to have rushed when he's, rushing towards John Smith, right? So,
absolutely.
Which then leads to an interesting question, because Pocahontas is your favorite. Is there obviously we talked about, this includes Pocahontas 2, as an encapsulating thing. Is there a card involving Pocahontas that doesn't exist yet, but you'd like to see in the game?
Yes. So, I'm so glad you asked. Here we go. Quite a while ago...
Here's my dissertation.
Here are my notes. So quite a while ago, I actually put together a bunch of, and actually made a post about it, of what I would like to see when Pocahontas comes to the game. Now, one of those is a song card, and the song card is secondary to Colors of the Wind, what I think is the second best song in all of Pocahontas, and that is Mine, Mine, Mine. And I want to see a song card of Mine, 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 whereby, and there can be some conditions behind it, right? Not like Pirate's Life, where it's just steal lore for the funs of it. There can be some conditions behind it, but where you're essentially taking lore away from someone else. That is what I would like to see come, and that is what I think they should do. I think that song is, number one, far too good not to have a song card that comes into the game. I think that the stealing lore side of things could be really powerful as well, in particular outside of a Ruby card. We have enough lore pinching in Ruby at the moment. But yes, that is the card that I would like to see happen.
Oh god, my favorite song from the movie. So I completely agree. Because for me, it would be either Mine, 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 or Diggity Dig if they were to take a line from the song, and then all Diggity Dig is like, oh, bring a location card from your discard back to your hand. Like, that makes sense.
Oh, that
to
could
me.
do it too.
Because
so you're digging from your discard.
because I had the idea where Mine, Mine, Mine would either be one of two different things. It would either be an interesting new mechanic where you effectively, when you play the song, you search the top so many cards of your deck for an item card called Gold. You then add that to your hand, and if you do, you have to reveal it, and if you do add gold to your hand, you gain one lore. And it's the idea of you're mining through your deck to find what's yours.
For gold.
That's it. And then for every piece of gold you have out, you would then have the character I want to see in the game, Radcliffe, on board.
Me too. Me too.
Radcliffe gains one extra lore for every item called gold that you have out on the board.
Print it.
And you have
I'm
Shift...
so here for it.
Hear me out. Shift Radcliffe in his gold outfit. That's the enchanted card.
Sold. Sell them to me. I need a playset. Let's go.
Ravensburger.
Yeah.
I've got connections. Guys, hire me for the design team as
You've
well.
got a buyer.
We've got a market.
No, I love it. And again, yep. Radcliffe is the other one, right? Like, I think he needs to be in the game. I think he's one of the most underrated. Underrated. We're using that word a lot tonight, but the underrated Disney villains, I think, is that there's so many powerful messages behind his character as well. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Which is a fantastic tangent for next thing to bring up. So we're talking about characters and ideas from specifically Pocahontas, but let's expand it a little bit more. Let's go into the idea of, instead of thinking of a specific thing from a specific movie, is there a franchise movie from, obviously now that we have Pixar included, so we've got a long library that you can pick from here, is there anything that we have not seen yet in Lorcana that you would go, oh my god, this would be like the second, other than Pocahontas, which is now in, that would make you go goo goo gaga crazy?
Yeah, look, so much, if I'm being honest. So what I might do is I might give an answer for classic Disney and I might give an answer for Pixar. So we spoke about this a little bit before we kicked off, but I think The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I think that is 100% one of the most underrated Disney films out there. Again, it's a message, right? But also the music, like the score in that movie, even the music without lyrics is just so intense. And I vividly recall the supermarket down from where I lived when I was a very small girl. You could rent out VHS tapes. And when we had Pocahontas 1, but we didn't have Pocahontas 2, and we didn't have Hunchback of Notre Dame at this point. If I ever had a weekend where my parents said, let's go down and get some VHS tapes, it was always Pocahontas 2 and Hunchback of Notre Dame. One of my absolute favorites, again, really great messaging, really complex characters that are written into it as well. I think there's a lot that could be done there. From a Pixar perspective, of course, we're all excited for Toy Story. I'm really excited to see what they do when and if Inside Out comes to the game.
Oh, it's got to happen. It's got to happen.
It does. It is.
The characters are the colours. It already makes sense.
Exactly. And I think there is so much synergy that they could do in terms of feelings and bringing feelings and emotions more so than feelings into the game that could just open up this whole wide world of different abilities that our cards could have. So from classic Disney, definitely Hunchback. From Pixar, I know there's a lot coming, and I'm excited for Monsters Inc. and I'm excited for a range of different things and Up and things like that. But I think Inside Out has to be the thing that once that hits, I'm really gonna jump on.
Yeah. And you can't tell me it wouldn't be hilarious to be on a board with another player and just going, I'm gonna challenge your anxiety, or I'm gonna banish your depression. That's so powerful.
Or you've got a fantastic board state, so I'm going to play my anxiety because I don't think I'm going to win this game. I completely agree. Absolutely fantastic.
Oh no, I'm losing. Play sadness.
Yeah, I'm going to win next turn. Joy.
Oh no, I'm top decking. I'm top decking into sadness. Oh.
Which is what I constantly top deck into now, so it tracks.
It makes sense. But yeah, it's fantastic options. Like, I've got too many ideas in my head from so many different areas. I think if we had to, like, Hunchback is right up there for me because it's my favorite one of all time. It's just my number one Disney movie, my favorite songs, my favorite characters, my favorite villain, my favorite, which I love to pieces. I'd love to see it. Putting that to one side because that's bias. Underrated pick for me. Where is Meet the Robinsons?
Yes! Agreed!
Because hear me out. Inventors, an entire family that could be in all the different ink colours, dinosaur, tiny hat on the dinosaur. I've got an action card that says I've got a big head and little arms. It makes sense.
It does. It does. I think that's a really good call out, and probably not one that I've seen. Like, we see people constantly in the community talk about different things they want to see, and I haven't seen anyone call that out. But that's
because my logic is, like, if they're going to bring out Atlantis and Black Cauldron, which has been fantastic, love it to bits, even Treasure Planet, they've shown that they want to bring the underrated classics to the game in some way or form.
Yes. So
Meet the Robinsons is right up there, and I think that's a really underrated movie that a lot of people even forget is a Disney film as well.
Yes.
And again, very powerful
I certainly
message in
haven't
that
seen
as well.
it in a really long time.
Oh yeah.
Yes, completely. Yeah, so I think you've just added that one to the list of movies to go through and watch again.
I've got that one in mind. I think with Pixar's harder because there's just so many from Pixar you can do, even with the newest films. Because, well, we do know Turning Red's coming. Turning Red, I believe, is also in Attack of the Vine as well, which is awesome. I can't wait for that. Coco's coming for Hyperia City, which, oh my god.
How good are the artwork going to be on Coco cards? Like, I'm already picturing the enchanters with these bright pinks, yellows, blues, oranges, like how that's going to look.
If there is not an iconic of Remember Me, they're doing it wrong. Not to put pressure on RB. But I think if I really had to think of a Pixar movie that doesn't have any representation yet, but I'd love to see, it's really tough. But I love Bug's Life. I just feel Bug's Life is made for a game like this, with Flick being an inventor as well, so you get more inventor tech in there with all his gadgets and inventions. Another princess in there. You've got obviously Hopper and the Grasshoppers will be the next brooms, because you could just have 100 grasshoppers in a deck and it makes sense, because that's the whole point.
Yes.
And then obviously, I can immediately banish grasshoppers with Giant Bird.
I completely agree. And there's also oh my gosh, I can't remember his name. This is really Heimlich.
Oh,
Heimlich is the caterpillar.
Caterpillar, yes.
Yeah, then you can shift him into a butterfly.
His Floodborn is a butterfly. Oh my god.
His Floodborn's a beautiful butterfly.
I love it. I love it.
Bug's Life is fantastic. I think that's a really great call out. Because I haven't seen that movie in years, but that was one of my favorites as a kid. So yeah, I'm pretty sure his name was Heimlich.
Yes,
I'm pretty
believe
sure I'm on
it
the right
was.
track there. Yeah.
I believe it was.
Yeah.
Because I do have two outside of the box picks, which is a little bit of a stretch. I'm not going to go into my crazy ideas to think like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh well, I mean,
even
same,
though
right?
if they were to bring in the live action movies, I think that's right at the top. But keeping with animated stuff, two outside the box picks: House of Mouse, which I think has enough in there to make something really quirky. The location being the House of Mouse itself, everyone being in their waiting attire or their hosting attire. The fact you could have every character in the House of Mouse, so it's inclusive to everybody. Brilliant.
I
And
like
then
it. Yep. What's the second
the
one?
other one, which is more of a link to my video that I've made previously about my theories on what could be coming to Hyperia City. Go check it out. There'll be a link in the description. Segue. So I still have the theory in my head that Hyperia City could bring in the City Symphonies short films. And because if Hyperia City is based on Hyperion Studios from the 20s, you've got that entire catalogue. And my number one, I have two, but my number one out of their entire catalogue were Three Little Pigs. And you can't tell me the Three Little Pigs with the house made of straw, house made of sticks, house made of bricks as locations, the big bad wolf that immediately banishes locations and characters at those locations when he's played, but he cannot banish any location called the house made of bricks because he can't blow it down. It is its flavor, its character, it's perfect. Put me on the design team.
I was going to say, I'm honestly at this point, I'm just wondering why you're not there creating cards. Because that's genius. I love it.
It's they don't know me yet, but some might. But they don't know me.
They will. They will. We have to. You've just designed like 4 sets for them. You're good. You're good.
Hey, look, I'm just saying. Just give us the time to do like. Help me get to Melbourne for DLC Melbourne. Let us cast DLC Melbourne as a tag team, and let's just kill it.
Imagine?
And then we have.
Do you know what? If we were sitting in a booth casting DLC Melbourne, 2027, right? That's what we want to do, Dom. 2027. Let's do it. I have no doubt that would be the biggest Lorcana party that has ever been held.
Oh yeah. The thing is, it'll just flip back to us where we should be talking about the game, and we're just like, Cookrum really didn't do anything wrong, did he? We'll just
he really didn't. And yes, they should absolutely put the Three Little Pigs into the game. Oh, sorry, yes, this person just won.
Question for 2.
I'd watch it.
Yeah, totally. Best stream.
Ever.
even if it's one and done and we're never hired for a casting crew ever again, it's worth it for that one night.
We would have a lot of fun. Put it that
heck
way.
Yeah. Oh, it'll be amazing. Not just am I in the presence of a fellow creator, great bud of mine we've been able to connect after this time, which has been awesome.
Absolutely.
I'm also in the presence of Winterspell Set Champ winner. Hello.
Look what I brought.
Represent.
I brought it with me.
Yes.
Like.
The champ
there
is
she
indeed here. Eat your heart out, John Cena. So, you got to tell me, was this your first championship win?
No, this was actually my second. So I was lucky enough in Whispers in the Well to win my local game store set championships then as well. So this is I'm now back to back.
Oh God!
Which is.
Watch out for Wilds Unknown. She's coming from the trio.
Well, do you know what is? I like the Woody mat more than I love the Daisy Duck and the Tinkerbell mat. Don't get me wrong, but as soon as they announced the Woody mat, I thought, oh no, I actually have to try to go 3 for 3 now. There's so much pressure because I love it. Yeah. So with Whispers in the Well, and this was really cool, right? So this is going to be a little bit of a story, and I hope you don't mind. But when, like I said, my husband and I started collecting, we started off just playing starter decks, and it was we're just going to collect. We're going to collect this cardboard. We love it. It's shiny. It's beautiful. we're just going to collect. And we were just playing with starter decks at home. We got all of the starter decks that we possibly could, had them all sleeved, and we'd just pick one at random and play. And that was wonderful. And then one day he said, I'd like to build my own deck. And I thought, oh, that's not for me. I'm not that clever. And he did. And then I thought, well, I better now too, because his deck was beating my starter deck. You know, that's how they're built.
Got to compete.
Yeah, and so that's it. I've got to compete. And then we decided that we would actually start trying to do this properly, and we did. And I built during Whispers in the Will, I built a Ruby Amethyst that wasn't super popular at the time. It was sort of that mid-meta, I'd say. You know, you had your Blurples, you had your dogs, you had Purple Steel that was quite high up there. And I thought, no, I'm going to do Ruby Amethyst. And I took it to locals the week before Set Champs and came first at local league. And I thought, maybe I'm actually onto something here. And took it to the Set Champs and won. And I actually couldn't believe it, because the person that I faced in the finals, wonderful bloke, Hayden from our local game store, I'll give him a shout out. He was actually the first person I ever played in store when I built my very first deck, all those many months before. And at that point in time, this was pre-initial rotation, and he was a Ruby Sapphire player, and I went in with my little Ruby Steel deck, and he demolished me. Of course he did.
Oh, the scary Ruby Sapphire days. Oh my lord.
Terrifying. But yeah, I actually won against him in the Whispers in the Well Set Championship. So that was my first Set Champs win. And in my head, I was still very convinced that was a fluke. I knew I'd gotten a lot better as a player, but I thought, that's a total fluke. Like, whatever. And then, went into the Whispers in the... Winterspell Set Championships with my Amber Steel Song deck that I loved and had so much fun with during the Winterspell set. And it just worked. It did what it needed to do. I was undefeated until round 4, and then went up against Blurple. And the Blurple player beat me 2-0, and I thought, yep, that makes sense. It wasn't doing very well for me. And I've sort of discovered in myself, Blurple is the worst deck for me to play against, no matter what I'm playing.
Oh, it's the same with me.
To play against it, I know what's coming. It's such a consistent deck. I should know what's coming, but I can never do it.
Oh, you see them have that 7-ing. You know Hades is gonna pop off. You know, out of all your characters, you know exactly which one's going to get picked. But you still need to play the game.
Correct.
You don't have a discard option. You're just sat there thinking, well, it's Blurple.
Hades is coming. And I just know that it's the hardest one for me to play against. And he beat me 2-0, and that was normal. But I was already guaranteed into Top Cut, which was great. Based on my record earlier in the day. And then we went through semi-finals and things like that, and the deck decked, and it did what it needed to do, and I found myself in the final against the same Blurple deck. And I vividly remember we had a bit of a break before we kicked the game off, and I was talking to my husband, and I was like, I know this isn't mine. I know that the mat's not mine. I'm going up against Blurple. He's already beat me 2-0 today. And Kyle, my wonderful husband, he said, don't think like that. Don't go into it thinking like that. You don't know what cards you're going to draw. You don't know how the game's going to go out. Game 1, I think I was on 2 ink at this point, and in my hand I had 2 docks and 3 Strength of a Raging Fires and 1 character on board. Now, the character was Rhino, Power Hamster, so he absolutely could have sung Strength, but he could have sung Strength for a total of 1 because he was the only character on board. And I just remember leaning over to my husband and going, well, the only option I had at that point, if I even wanted to contend in the game, was to play the dock and discard the other dock and the 2 strengths and just try to get some other stuff, right? So I did that. Anyway, safe to say, he pummeled me game 1. It was, I didn't even have a look in. It was like I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I was just hanging out at the pub, right? I wasn't playing game 1. And I thought, that's a vision of how that's going to go. Game 2 was mine in a very dramatic fashion. So I was very happy with that. I won it quite quickly, managed to get all the cards I needed. He wasn't getting the cards he needed. So yeah, game 2 was mine, and then we went into game 3, and I was trying really hard not to be negative about it in my head, but I thought, you know what, I won on the play, which is valid. I'm really going to struggle on the draw, so I need to switch up my methodology, which I did. So the aim was get Rhino out as quickly as possible, because he's really from a Blurple perspective until they get to that 5 ink. But even then, if they want to let it go or into the unknown, that's an extra 2 ink for me.
That's it.
And I just saw the Docks, the Nanis, and the Thunderbolts every single time I needed them. I managed to get a Goliath out, I think it was turn 4, based on Akuds and Willows and all the math that was happening, which ridded his hand, and it won. And I was so shocked. I genuinely did not think that it was going to win against the Blurple deck that had, annihilated me earlier in the day. And Tinkerbell's always been sort of my chase, right? When I started collecting Lorcana, all I wanted was Tinkerbell Giant Fairy Enchanted. She was my chase card. I've got the blanket in the background with Tinkerbell Giant Fairy on it. And yeah, I couldn't believe it. So yes, we did. We brought home the mat, a second set in a row, and now we've got to try to back it up for a third time, which is very, very tricky.
It. I'm coming for you.
Yeah, I need Woody.
There you go. Oh, it's going to be so chuffed. And it's interesting you speak about Blurple, because that actually ties in very nicely with the next thing I was going to be bringing up.
Yeah. Because
I had a very similar Blurple experience when it came to my very first DLC, when I went to Ghent. Taking Darkwing to Ghent was awesome. 4-4 in Ghent, I'll take that. I think Darkwing performed way better than it was ever supposed to.
Awesome.
Oh my lord. First game against Blurple, I had more games against Blurple that entire show than anything else. It was typical. But game, the first ever matchup I had with Blurple, I don't know how I did it. We just rocked. Darkwing kicked Blurple's butt.
Yeah, you did.
And hell, I will also say this. Shout out to the guy again. I can't remember your name. I do apologize. I had a Darkwing mirror match at DLC Ghent. The chances of that happening, what?
That's the dream.
I love so
that.
much
That's
fun.
Fantastic.
And it wasn't even card for card. We had our own unique, picks here and there. It was such a fun game. One of the best experiences I think I've ever had. Going to my first DLC as well. It was brilliant. Which then ties in, DLC Melbourne for you was a really big step as well, because you met a bunch of peeps, you had a great time there. What was your experience like with DLC Melbourne?
It was incredible. It was, for the past 12 months, I'd been seeing all these people on social media, like all the wonderful people that I follow, going to these DLCs and talking about how, regardless of how you perform, how magical it is to just be in a room with so many people who love this game as much as we do. And they could not have been more right. So I took the Ruby Amethyst that I took to the Whispers in the Well set champs. I took that deck with me with some slight modifications, because Winterspell only released a week before DLC. Melt's really rough, but I think I went 4 wins, 5 losses total across the 9 rounds, which I was fine with. It got me my Mulan, which was beautiful. But what was so cool about DLC Melbourne is I got to meet so many people in person, fellow content creators and fellow lovers of the game that I'd been talking to online for so long. And I actually, across the 9 rounds, got matched up against 2 of them. So 2 people who I had a really great connection with. So Sam Chanted is one of them. Please go check her out. She's fantastic. Her and I got matched up in round 2. And I vividly remember standing at a table, and across the room she was finishing up round 1. And round 2 pairings were announced, and across the whole room of 400 and something people, you just heard these 2 squeals, and they come from me and her, because we were just like, oh my gosh. But the whole experience was honestly fantastic. We played through day 1. No one that I went with made it through to day 2, which was kind of what we expected. That was fine. And then we just had a heap of fun with the side events. On day 2, we played some Super Sealed. So much fun. We played some just, your Pack Rush and those sorts of things. We were going to enter into the core event on day 2 as well. But by then I'll be honest, we were totally cooked. Absolutely. So we ended up just sitting at a table watching the watching the finals, but JDZ Quest was there casting, which was fantastic. So I actually got the chance to jump on stream and have a conversation with him and give him some Vegemite to hang on.
I did see that. That was so good.
So I've got probably the one and only jar of Vegemite in the world ever signed by JDZ Quest.
That's brilliant.
That was heaps of fun, and he took that like a champ. Mind you, he had far too much. He should have just taken a little scoop, but maybe we didn't explain that well enough at the very start. But the event was run really well, and I would just say to anybody out there, if you're ever thinking that a DLC looks like lots of fun, but you think, oh, I don't play enough or I don't know enough, it doesn't matter. Whether you buy a competitive ticket, buy one. But if you want to compete, and if you're not playing $700 meta decks, or you're not super versed, it doesn't matter. You're still going to meet a lot of people that are really like-minded, and you're going to have a great time. Or just buy an attendee ticket and go along for the vibes, because the vibes were immaculate.
And I mean, with all the side events you've got as well, you could just attend. You could just get the attendee ticket, join in on a bunch of side events if you want to, even without a deck.
Absolutely.
And just go into like your pack rushes and all that jazz, and you're good. You're really good to go. And I think
get some cardboard out of it,
Oh yeah, absolutely. I just found it so like mini story from my end about going into DLC again. I was terrified. So I don't think I've outspokenly talked about my experience in DLC again, at least to this extent, not even in my DLC video. But I was terrified going into day one again, because I just had this thought in my head of, I don't know what it was. I think it wasn't necessarily, oh, I hope I can compete, because I've never been that guy. I've always gone into competitive play always thinking, if I can have a laugh and if I can have a fun game with whomever I'm matched up against, that's a win for me. I'm very happy, absolutely, especially with my quirky antics, the madness of the decks that I end up bringing. That's the least I could ask. But I was absolutely terrified, because just leading up into it, shout out to the Inky Hour, by the way, for hooking me up on this. I was added to a content creator group on Instagram, which was nuts, being introduced to all these other insane creators from all over the place. I'm like, I'm only wee boy. And they were talking about like hoping to meet up with people. If I see you there, say hi and all that jazz.
Yeah.
And I think it was terrified, just thinking, I wonder if anyone will notice me, and if so, I hope I don't choke. Like, and it's not as if I even went into the DLC thinking I want people to notice me. Like, don't get me wrong, I had the bandana, had the hat. It made sense. I stuck out like a sore thumb anyway. The amount of people that didn't just recognize me, but wanted to say that I was doing a good job, gave me incredible levels of motivation, like saying, please don't give up. We really enjoy your stuff. Like, you bring so much joy and enthusiasm to what you do. Like, I ended up leaving again holding back tears, because
that's amazing.
Especially after, when you make content for 20 years, you fall in love with the entire process of it. And I still find it weird to be open about it, saying, I'm an old man, been doing this for 20 years. But you gain a love for it, and I got to a point of thinking that I'm doing this for me. Like, I don't make videos specifically for other people. I make it because it's been a hobby of mine since I was 13. It's been an escape for me. It's been a way for me to find something that I can get behind and entertain people, because I just love making people happy. The fact that it got to a point where I found, I think, my community. I found content that I'm excited to make day in and day out without thinking, oh, thank God that's done. And like, everything that I post now is just, I'm so happy that's done, and really hyped about it. And the community at large has been magnificent. Everyone's been just so lovely and so positive, and I mean, I can't believe it.
I think that's really valid though, and that's something that I've found too. So I'm not sure if I've shared this with you or not yet, but I told you the story about how my husband sort of got me hooked on this whole Lorcana thing, and we would start then looking on social media for how to play videos and information videos and all those sorts of things. And you were, I want to say the first, but in case I'm lying, I'll say one of the first people that we ever came across on TikTok when we were laying in bed overnight, looking up Lorcana, looking through, trying to learn about this game. You were one of the first, and I vividly remember laying there going, and I can't remember what the video was about, but you were talking about a card ruling of some sort, and I was like, that made sense. I understand that now. And I said to my husband, we need to go in and look more. And we spent, I reckon, an hour and a half going through and watching your videos and learnt so much from them. Genuinely. And I'm not just saying that because I'm here talking to you now, but like genuinely, I was like, oh my goodness, like this is so informative. And it was like an instant follow from the both of us. And then obviously I decided, you know what, I'm gonna create a little account and do some little things about this as well. And when you and I started connecting and we started talking and sharing each other's stuff and making comments and having a laugh and sort of building a mateship, I remember just sitting there with my husband today and going, how cool is this? Do you remember over a year ago when I was like, that guy's teaching me so much stuff and he's teaching both of us so much stuff? I said, and now we're mates. Like, I just think and it's so cool. And so genuinely, I think what you do for the community is so valuable, especially how quickly you seem to jump on some of these rule questions and explain it. So no, I agree. The community is wonderful. I've met some fantastic people virtually as well who I'd love to meet in person, you included, of course, one day. But no, your spot in the community is very well appreciated by everyone. Me either.
Muy macho captain of crew.
Absolutely.
Nah, thank you. It's a beautiful thing, and I'm not stopping anytime soon, in case anyone's concerned.
Good.
There is no concern. Even though I had some messages while we were recording this, I might as well bring this up. I have had messages from people saying, oh, you stopped doing your road to streaming videos. What's happening? Have you given up on it? It's like, no.
Wilds Unknown's just releasing, guys. I'm focusing on that.
I haven't given up on the dream. I've just relocated my assets elsewhere because I had a really great chat to my connection with Ravensburger, who hooks me up with all the stuff. And I generally had a chat with her saying, look, I want to get into casting. I've started this mini-series just to build some hype for it. Is there anything you can recommend for me? And it's just like, try and build up a portfolio. Like, do some casting, do some, like, things like this, where you do some hosting and all that jazz, and just get your skill set out there. And I'm like, yeah, why the heck not? Like, I've already shown my knowledge side when it comes to deck building, when it comes to rulings, when it comes to options, combos, you name it. It's now putting out there, like, can he talk during a game to either be the analyst or to be the color commentator? Can he host something that can then progress into being on the couch at a DLC and all that jazz? And so that's the step. I'm doing it, guys. Don't stop supporting. I'm doing it, okay?
So I suppose my question for you then, Dom, is, so let's say you get to do the commentating, right? You get to do the casting.
Here we go.
Are you Michael Cole or are you Pat McAfee?
Oh, please don't bring Pat McAfee into this. I hate him ever since WrestleMania. Oh, God.
Me too.
Shout out to Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee pre-Mania, absolutely fine. Everything to do with Mania, scrub off. I would more so say, like, it depends, because I've got a bit of Michael Cole in me, but I don't think I'm full analyst. I'm more color, if anything. But I can slap in the analytical side every now and again. I see myself as a more... What's the best one? I think I see myself more as a Jerry the King Lawler, more so because I also have the hat, which kind of goes well with his crown. And I don't preach myself as the king. I'm not a Memphis warlord. I love King to pieces. But no, I think the trick with me, I need the JR to my king. And then we're good. And so, challengers out there, if they're watching this, if anyone tags him in there, and hopefully you do in the comments, help a brother out. Lorcana villain, JD, freaking anyone out there that thinks they can be that guy, give me the hookup, yo. I will be your king. Make that
Get him.
hashtag.
I
I
love
will
it.
be your king.
Hashtag I will be your king. All right, I'm on it. I'm on it. I love it.
Be king undisputed. That's my way into Lorcana villain. Just
Respected
feed, but be prepared.
Seen for the wonder you are. Absolutely. There's something there. There's something there.
Oh, yeah. But genuinely, a bit of a tangent whilst we're on the whole casting thing anyway, because this is an awesome question to ask you as well, if you ever had it.
Okay.
So, if I ever had the opportunity to cast at an event and I was able to pick who I'd casted with on my team, because this is a big one, right? My duo is you. I'm telling you right now. Like,
Yes.
because we have banter, we have back and forth, but we're also so hyped about the game that I could just imagine us watching a high stakes Lorcana match, and we're not even talking about what's happening. We're just going crazy, going doing the crazy stuff here and there.
Panicking.
Yes, like how much lore? Where's a calculator?
What is going on? Hang on, Dom. We need to write this down for a deck idea. Like,
I lost my pen.
I can see it. I can
So
see
that-
it.
that'll happen.
I agree.
So I'd love to have that. I'd love to have JD on the casting bench. I think that'll be a fantastic addition to the squad. Lorcana villain has always been a huge motivator for me. I'd love him to be
Yeah.
part of the squad also. I think he's my biggest inspiration when keeping on doing Lorcana content. And I
Yeah.
met him once, my very first set championship when I was invited as a content creator. He was there. I was so shy and I forgot to bloody say hello to him and introduce myself properly and I regret it. God damn it. But next time.
Next time I'm there. Next
So
time
that's
you're gonna
my-
get a big old hello.
So if that's my group of 4 specifically for casting, we then need to have a host. And Rebecca's up there. I mean, she's absolutely lovely. She's a
Yeah.
huge pillar of the community. And you need someone like that on the bench.
Absolutely.
At all. So I would probably pick Rebecca because we've got a big male dominant bench here, and I want to add some more of the girlies in. I don't want to be that guy where it's like all men. No, it's we need the girlies. The girlies are great. We love the girlies. So I think on the bench as hosts, I'd love to have Rebecca. If I had to have another host to go alongside her, there's going to be a bit of a fight for this. It would either be Kimberly Ann, because I think her personality with casting anyway is right up there. But I've got to give it
Agreed.
out as well to Jen, who did DLC again.
Yes.
Because,
Yep.
like, I met her for the first time in my first Creator Set Champs. This wasn't her casting debut, but this was basically her second ever casting gig.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, she nailed it. And I'm like, oh my god, Jen, you've got it. You've absolutely got it.
Yeah.
So
I
if that's my
completely agree.
lineup, what is your ideal casting lineup if you had the ability to choose the ultimate team?
Oh God, this
And
goes like
don't
such a
feel
cop-out
pushed into
for me.
adding me to the squad. Kick me to the side.
No. You're on the squad. You're on the squad. That is absolutely. You're on the squad for sure. And this is really difficult, right? Because I feel like it's a cop out because I nearly want to say pretty much all the same as you. So here we go. Definitely you. Ditto with the banter. Like I said, you're one of the first people to open my eyes to the content creation world of Disney Lorcana.
Look.
And
Now
I
available at
think
your
we would have such a
supermarkets.
great
Law
time.
Corner.
Law Corner. Actually, I think there's a content
Why is
creator out
that
there
not a
called the Law Corner.
podcast where it's called the Law Corner? Oh my god.
Brilliant. Look at us coming up with stuff. I think like third to that, and it's someone you've had a conversation with recently, right? Is my friend Sam. So my friend Sam, who hasn't done any casting yet, so he's not one of the crew, but Sam from Lawford AU. Really similar, our connection and our personalities and our friendship level. It's really similar to yours and mine, and I feel like he has so much knowledge, so much charisma, and would be an absolutely fantastic caster. And I'd love to have him on board if I got to create my own casting panel. To then even it out, it would definitely be on the bench would be Kim for Leanne. I think that I actually do worry that her and I in a room together might be a little bit dangerous from all the energy and the excitement that is happening, but I would pay to see it happen.
So would I. I'll get a ticket.
yeah, absolutely. And I think JDZ, I think absolutely he's such a lovely person. He's so knowledgeable about the game. He brings so much personality. He was actually the night before Melbourne DLC. We're all in the lobby of the hotel that I stayed in Melbourne, right? Is filled with Lorcana players just testing decks. DKP was there, Ed was there, Tiago was there, and I'm starstruck, right? I'm like, what's going on? And then I turn around and here's JDZ Quest, and I'm like, oh my goodness, like I might pass out. Lovely bloke though. And then I think the host would need to be Lorcana villain Baker. I think he's so fantastic at what he does, and like you said, the longevity at which he's done it seems. I haven't had the pleasure of meeting him in person, but seems like a really genuine person. And the main host for me would definitely need to be Rebecca Quest. And the reason that I say that is not only because she is so fantastic at what she does and such a pillar of the community, but for me, quite genuinely, is the reason that I felt comfortable as a woman putting myself out there as a content creator in a trading card game.
Yeah.
So she was so inspirational to me, and I just looked at it and I went, why am I even second guessing this? Why am I even thinking to myself, oh no, it's a TCG, therefore it's for the boys? Why do I even have that unconscious bias in myself where I think, no, you can't do that? Because and she was the inspiration for that, and has continued to be my inspiration for the last 12 months of me doing what I'm doing. So absolutely Rebecca Quest as well.
That's dope. And this is another reason why I just love the game in general and the community. It's not just the boys game. It's very much inclusive to everybody, every background, because everyone at some point in their lives has had Disney in their lives. Like, you can just relate to anything. By the time we're recording this, Wilds Unknown's coming out. 12th set, huge. Attack of the Vine, 13th set, huge. When Attack of the Vine comes out, second rotation hits. The big... Yeah. And I've had so many people scared. I've recently just had so many people terrified about second rotation, because I think first rotation hit so many established players so hard, and we lost quite a few players as well, at least from my local level, and from the stories that I heard from other people all over the place. And so I don't think it's going to hit that bad, because I feel as if we're not going to have what I like to call the fabled issue, which, don't get me wrong, I'm a little bit critical about this. Love Fabled as a set, because it does include Goofy Movie, and your boy loves Goofy Movie. 85% reprints?
Yeah, too much.
No, and we're going to be feeling that for this rotation anyway. So quite a few things will still stay, but a lot of things will go. In my eyes, I feel as if second rotation isn't going to be that bad. I think it's actually going to be quite nice, and it's going to shake up the meta enough to make all these, especially with Wilds Unknown bringing in the toys and bringing in the supers and all these other new mechanics, such as self-mill is finally in the game as well, which I'm so hyped for. Oh my lord, the possibilities you could do with that alone. So I'm curious with your thoughts on this. Do you think second rotation is going to be a good one, or are you a little bit worried or skeptical leading in?
No, I think it's going to be fantastic. So I'm actually calling, and bless her, because she's in every purple deck I've ever run, and I just want to say I'm not a hater. This is going to be the Elsa 5th Spirit Killer, this rotation. And I think it needs to happen. Again, I love her as a card.
You have one set to have Elsa and Dale to hit me for 5, then she's gone.
Then she is out of here. Well, we assume anyway. But yes, I think that if you ask me about the most overpowered card in the whole of Disney Lorcana, rotated out or current in core, it's Elsa 5th Spirit. She's inkable, she's got rush, she's evasive, she exerts, she's got 5 defense. It's mental.
She's crazy. Yeah. But
take Elsa out of it, because obviously I have some very personal feelings about that. But I think it's going to be really great. Blurple. Yes, Blurple can go. But I think it's going to be great. I think rotation's going to be fantastic for the game at this point in time. You know, people who love playing Infinity are going to continue playing Infinity, and that's great, and I love that for them. We dabble every now and then when it comes to Infinity type events and stuff at our LGS, but we are very much a core constructed family. But I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to force people to move outside of their comfort zones a little bit. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I just mean, you know, we're very comfortable with our Elsas. We're very comfortable with our Genies. We're very comfortable in Steel with our Docks and using that as a card draw facility. We're very comfortable if we play green that Clarabelle and You're Welcome, the combo together means we're going to constantly have cards in our hand. We're just going to have to think a little bit differently. And I think that's really healthy for the game.
Very true.
I know that at my local game store, we have quite a few new starters at the moment, which I love. Like, we've got new people coming in, and they will quite regularly look at someone when they slap down a Clarabelle or they'll slap down a Blurple deck, and they'll go, okay, there's nothing I can do here.
Yeah.
And they're really looking forward to the rotation as well. I think that you alluded before about supers and toys, and I think there's a lot more. I actually think rotation's going to make theme decks a little bit more meta relevant where they possibly can be, which I'm excited about. Are there cards I'm going to miss? Absolutely. Aforementioned Doc.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. I think it's going to be really healthy for the game, and I'm excited to see what decks look like post set 13.
Oh yeah, totally. And I'm with you on that as well. I think we are entering the age of the theme, and I'm happy with this. I mean, with Merida included, princesses are looking really damn great. In a multitude of different colors. I mean, I'm currently in the middle of designing I think at the moment I'm dabbling with it in I don't know whether it's an Emerald Sapphire list or an Emerald Steel list. I haven't narrowed it down yet. But I basically want to play all the Meridas and basically make it so that, oh, you're going to challenge me? You're going to take damage. I'm going to deal damage to you +2 with the big Steel Merida. And I'm going to make it so that as long as you have damage on you, you have to challenge me. And at some point, I will pull off this combo. I will rant about this till the day comes home.
I love it.
I will, like,
All right.
Malicious, Mean, and Scary, King of Hearts, Basil that makes every damaged character reckless. Now, all of you are damaged. You have to challenge me, and you can't challenge me because the King of Hearts says no. You can't quest, you can't challenge, you can only sing. And
You're
if
just
you
going to
have
hang out there.
You're just going to hang out. You're just going to hang out. I will get that shutdown deck made. Because it's destined to work.
That sounds really fun.
But that's why I'm hyped for rotation. Rotations are meant to be there to shake up the meta enough so that it's a completely new playing field. And I think that was the worry with Rotation 1. Like, with all the reprints we were getting in Fabled and all the other things that were coming out at the time, meta didn't shake at all. And I mean, I was in a very awkward state because I'm known as this, like, with Wilds Unknown coming out, I've already got like nearly 20 decks built, which is mad.
Me too,
I'm crazy. But with first rotation, my creativity was down. I couldn't knuckle down any deck that I felt vibed with me, any deck that I felt was my playstyle. It was very hard to narrow it. It wasn't until Whispers in the Well came out where I'm like, okay, we got some more picks here, but still not there yet. Then Winter Spell, I'm like, okay, I've got Darkwing, I've got Raging Storm, I've got Boosty Boys, I've got all these crazy ideas. The energy's back, and Wilds Unknown, the energy's even higher with Robots and Syndrome and God knows what else. Cannot wait. I think if anyone's ever worried about set rotations, please don't be. It's a healthy thing for core constructed, and like you said, Infinity exists.
I think so too, and I think it can feel a little bit uncomfortable straight after rotation for a little bit, and that's fine. But then we find our groove.
That is it. That's it. Emperor's New Groove? No. In fairness, we do need more Cusco cards, and where is Kronk's New Groove with Kronk's dad? Can we just say that? Where is the action card of Dad's thumbs up? I need it.
Right, riding to Ravensburger right now.
all these ideas. Take them and credit me and give me a job. Very important. So before recording today, I reached out to the community at large, seeing if anyone has any questions to send to either us or you specifically being on the show. And I've got a couple from my community.
Okay.
I have a question from Damon Blackwolf from the Discord server, but asked a very interesting question, which I think is great. Is there any Australian or New Zealand critter you would like to see in a Disney movie?
Oh, I like this.
Such a good one.
That is such a good one. Honestly, the first thing that comes to my mind when I think Australian critters is spiders, because we have a horrible amount of massive
Oh my
spiders over
god,
here.
the amount of videos that I see when it's the season and they're like everywhere.
Yeah, not a fun. Now, luckily down where we are, it's a little bit too cold for that, which is good. But in the northern states, absolutely. I am a big fan of the quokka. I don't know if we know what a yep, the quokka. They're like a. You'll have to insert a picture of a quokka here, Dom. But they're like a little wombat possum hybrid type little creature, and they're really, really smiley. Like, they smile, and there's photos on the internet of people when they go to take a selfie with the quokka, and the quokka's like just looking at the camera like, hey, that's me. I think we need a quokka in the game, into a Disney movie to go into a game. But I would love to see a Disney movie based on Australian animals with the proper rugged Australian accent. I think that'd be fantastic and should absolutely happen.
So, what you're really saying is, we need an Australian princess movie where they have a clocker as their animal companion?
Yes, correct. And I can be the princess, right? I can be the princess. And
Ravensburger, you've got connections with Disney. Make it happen.
Make it happen. Let's go.
Put them on the big screen.
Be a princess who plays a trading card game.
There
right?
you go.
That's what we
think
can do.
of the content.
Amazing. Great question, though. I really like
I
that
love
one.
that one. It's really good. And then we also have a question from my previous guest on the show, Lorcana, who does say, ask her what it's like living in Florida's cousin.
Florida's cousin. Oh my gosh. I've never ever heard that reference before, but I really like it, and I'm gonna have to do something with it. I love where I live. However, I am in the coldest part of Australia, therefore slightly less happy, but Florida's cousin is treating me quite well, Lorcana Cup. Thank you for asking.
That's awesome. Gotta love it when the community comes in clutch. Just remember, in future, ladies and gents, if you do have any questions for future guests of the show, even if I don't know who's coming up next, leave your comments down below, hit us up on the Discord server, hit me up with your emails of xmarksforlaw@gmail.com, and then you can have your questions brought up on the show. What advice would you give anyone looking into playing Lorcana for the first time?
I know that sounds like such a cop-out, but you will learn the game as you go. Please do not feel like you need to know the ins and outs, what every ability means, what every ink color represents, what every key move to make is, before you go and sit down at a table at your LGS, because that is not the case. I haven't been to every single local game store in the world. I wish I had, but I have not. But I can only assume that they are like every single other one that I have been to or have heard of, and that is everyone is so eager to teach. Everyone is eager to grow this community. Watch a couple of videos on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or whatever your platform might be on a basic of what the different parts of a card mean, and then just go and give it a crack. It's so much fun. The community is fantastic. It takes a bit to get your head around, but once you've got your head around it, learning the intricacies of the game will come quite quickly to you. I'm very, very confident of that. And yeah, I suppose the key piece of advice out of that is, do not pressure yourself to be an expert before you try to have a seat at the table. The seat at the table is already reserved for you. So yeah, please go.
Like, no one expects you to go sit on the table and immediately you must be Einstein to play this game. Like,
correct.
Even with me, and I preach this with a lot of people as well, with ruling content and combos and everything, rulings can change on a fly, clarifications can come out of nowhere, because keywords, understanding rulings, they could be incredibly hard. And hell, it's hard for me. I get things wrong all the time. Like, don't be afraid to be wrong. No. Because it's like, I forget who has the saying, but it's one of my favorite mantras in life. You learn more from failure than you do from success. So, absolutely, if you're worried about going to your locals and that, I'm going to lose again, try not to think of it like that. Think of it as, if you lose, why? Was it luck of a draw that's completely out of your hands? Is it that you've overloaded your deck with your top end? Is your bottom end too heavy? Does it actually synergize as much as you want? Does this combo you've built it round have everything it needs, or maybe it needs a bit more of the core stuff that you need to do? Maybe look at a video of to see, I didn't think of it, No one expects you to be a genius. Go in, lose.
Lose and have fun losing.
Exactly. Because there's fun to be had in losing, and I've seen so many people lose their love of the game because they don't win. And I'm like, winning gives you a sense of euphoria, but that doesn't mean that you have all the joy in the world. The joy should just come from the playing the game itself, the banter you have with your opponent, the vibes of the location you're in and the people that you're chilling out. There's so much fun to be had. And in the end of the day, regardless of how serious people take the game, you'll have DKPs, you'll have Harlan Sweeties, you'll have people that are on the top level of any game out there. But even then, do not aim to be these top level guys right off the bat, and you need to play at that level. Play at your level. Your level's important.
Yeah. Absolutely. And just, it's about fun, right? And I think that's it. Just go in expecting to have fun, and you will have fun.
There you go.
That's it.
Like, just remember that SpongeBob song, F-U-N. That's what it's all about.
That's it. Absolutely.
It's only more of a content creator's vibe to it, but what 3 things would you say to someone who wants to make content about Lorcana but doesn't know where to start?
I love this question. So for me, 3 things to say to someone who wants to make content about Lorcana but doesn't know where to start. First one would be, when looking for what type of content to create, if you're not sure where to start, figure out what you love the most about Lorcana. Do you like gameplay? Do you like deck builds? Do you like the pretty artwork? Do you like ripping packs? What is your favorite thing that brings you the most joy, and base your content around that? If your favorite thing to do is rip packs, I feel you, number 1. But number 2, film yourself ripping some packs, get some authentic reactions to the cards that you're pulling, and talk through them. Do that. If your favorite thing is deck builds, then build those decks and post them out there, because I guarantee you, number 1, they don't have to be meta decks, but someone will look at it and go, that's cool. I like that. I didn't think about putting that card with that. And that person's probably going to be Dom, because he loves a good deck build. So, absolutely.
Shout out to the Grandpappy 15 Law in 1 Turn video that I did, but people are still falling in love with and arguing about me, saying, it won't work. It might, damn it.
Yeah, you never know. So yeah, just number 1, find the number 1 thing. Why do you want to make content about Lorcana, and what do you love about it the most? And just focus on that, and then things will develop from there, right? I personally started because I was scrolling through TikTok one day, and I was like, I could turn some of these funny TikTok trends into stuff about Lorcana, and that's where I started. I started in doing that, and that's what I was known for, and now it's just sort of this, that, and everything else, right? So absolutely do that. Number 2, the piece of advice would be, do not feel like you can't reach out to other creators in the community, regardless of the following difference. So if you are just starting out and you have 30 followers and someone's got 4,000 or 5,000 followers, don't feel like you can't send them a message and either ask to collab, ask for advice, tell them that you really liked their video. I was really shy when I first started off. I thought, if I had someone follow me or send me a message that I thought was on such a larger scale than me, I was almost too, I want to say ashamed to respond, because I thought I'm nothing compared to them.
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, but we're just people. Like, everyone is just people, right? So, like, whether you are you're just starting out, or you've got 1,000 followers, you've got 5,000 followers, you get 3 likes on a post or you get 300 likes on a post. Everyone's just a person. They're a person who loves this game. And I would just say reach out and ask the question for collaboration or advice, or just to say, hey, I love your stuff. You will meet people in this content creator community, specifically with Lorcana, that will feel like some of your closest friends and family, even though they're on the other side of the world. That is a given, and that is what happens, and that is what is beautiful about this game. I already every day wake up and feel so supported by people that I've never met in person. I hope to one day meet them in person, but will I? I can't be sure. Please do that. And number 3,
fly to Australia.
Yes, tomorrow, please, Dom. Thank you very much. Absolutely. And number 3 would be, please, like, again, this is going to sound like a total cop-out, but just be yourself. I can't even put into words how wonderful every single personality in this community is, but we always need something new. There's always something new to bring, and that could be you. So be yourself, authentic reactions to, or authentic videos to whatever you hosts, and bring your own personality to the game, and don't ever look at it. You might look at another creator, like very much like I said I do. I look at Rebecca Quest as a huge piece of inspiration for me as a woman in the TCG community, but don't look at someone and go, I want to be like them. Just look at them and go, they inspire me to be the creator that I want to be. That would be, so yeah, be yourself, because you are enough and always will be.
Beautiful. Absolutely. And final thing, because after having this with, I feel bad for Lorcana Carp, so if you watch this video, mate, please let me know yours in the comments so I can bring it up later, because I thought of a fantastic final question to ask everyone on the show now, which I think truly challenges them on the end of. So, of course, it's a bit of a thing with the States, because in the States you obviously have Mount Rushmore, 4 presidents on there, makes sense. The big one, your Mount Rushmore of Lorcana cards. You have to pick 4 cards to represent your Mount Rushmore. Which 4 cards are they going to be? I already think one of them is going to involve a Pocahontas of some kind, because it has to, right?
Okay, so number 1, to be clear, is the Pocahontas iconic. I'm going to try to be a little bit impartial here, and not just go cards that I love.
Pocahontas.
yeah. Pocahontas. Finding the way,
insert the clip from Aladdin and the King of Thieves of Genie dressed up as Pocahontas jumping out of the plane.
Love it. What do you need? So yes, Pocahontas Peacekeeper, the iconic version, definitely is number 1. Number 2 for me, do you know what? Mushu, Ruby Steel Mushu. I can't recall his tagline, but the one that gives you resist +2 and you get 2 lore when you challenge or when you banish a character. And the reason that I choose him is because he is the first card I ever built my first homemade deck around.
Oh, that's
Ruby
awesome.
Steel. Loved Ruby Steel.
Oh, that's great.
I had him and Farzao and Mulan and a bunch of other different bits and pieces. But, that Mushu, he is definitely on my Mount Rushmore. The third one has to be Giant Tink. Tinkerbell Giant Fairy. She was my chase card for the longest time. Again, the blanket, I haven't got it yet, but I have a tattoo design drawn up of her artwork because she looks like she's throwing a bit of a tantrum, and I relate to that as a person. It awesome. Definitely has to be Giant Tink. She has to be on there. And my 4th Mount Rushmore card.
I find the 4th is always the hardest.
The 4th is the hardest because there's so many different things I could pull from, like reasons, right? But
this is when you're like, I hate the Elsa, but I'm putting Elsa in here.
Do you know what? Like, I'm not doing it. She's not getting up there. She's not.
No.
Love you, Elsa. Love you, Elsa. Please don't fail me in my decks, but she's not getting up there.
Insert image of 5-cost Elsa being thrown in a bin.
I'm actually going to do a party for rotation where our local game store people can come dressed up as the card they're happy to see the back of.
Oh, brilliant.
But I think it has to be... Do you know what? McDuck Manor.
Oh, classic.
McDuck Manor is my fourth. I was going through all the different decks I built in the past, especially pre-rotation, trying to figure out which deck was the most menacing, which one spoke to me. The McDuck Manor was the one that annoyed everybody the most. So McDuck Manor is my fourth on my Mount Rushmore of Lorcana cards, and I love that question so much. That was brilliant.
That's a great Mount Rushmore right there. Feel free to share your Mount Rushmore. I can't say it. Mount Rushmore. Oh my god. Sometimes when people say, "Oh, the English language is easy," no, it ain't. Like, English can be hard.
Sometimes we can't speak.
But yeah, fantastic Mount Rushmore. Be sure to share your Mount Rushmores down in the comment section below. Let me know what 4 you can't live without. Maybe you'll hear mine in the future, because I'm a bit biased right now.
Yeah.
Because my Mount Rushmore will either be broom, 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 and broom, or broom, duck,
Broom duck syndrome robot.
Oh god, don't even get me started. I'll be here for ages trying to debate like who stays on Mount Rushmore and who gets bonked off. Because it's we'll be here for ages.
Tough choices.
Maybe a future video. If you want me to do a future video of my own personal Mount Rushmore of Lorcana as of right now, let me know and I'll be peer pressured into doing a specific YouTube video for it.
Do you know what I want to see? I want to see a video of your Mount Rushmore, but I also want to see a video of you in the process of deciding who goes into the Mount
whole
the process.
No. I'm gonna be there for years.
The longest YouTube video in the history of YouTube.
10 hours later, and I'm still stuck on 1.
1.
Oh god, we will see. Let me know.
Brilliant.
Should we do it? I might even do it as a stream. We don't know. But yes, with that being said, thank you, Jordyn, so much for joining me on This Is Your Deck. It's been incredible having you on, but I mean, I'm in love with the fact that I've been able to build a friendship with you. You're generally so amazing. You've said you've gained inspiration from me, but I've gained inspiration from you as well. You're brilliant at what you do. You deserve to know that. And yes, DLC 2027, the continents collide, where we finally get the captain of the Azurite crew and the Australian Inky coming together.
Let's do it. I see it being an absolute dream team myself. But no,
go.
thank you for asking me. Thank you for reaching out. I agree with you. I think we've formed a really great friendship, which is awesome. And I know we will meet one day.
Oh yeah, it will happen.
It will happen. It's whether we're casting a DLC or whether we're breaking into a DLC to cast a DLC. Either one. We'll get there.
It'll be even worse. I'll be in Australia visiting my extended family that's out there because my godmother lives in Australia. I'll finally be visiting her.
Amazing.
I'll walk past you in the street and just go, "Oh, that's Jordyn." Like nothing happens.
Hi. Yeah. Sorry, busy. Gotta go to work. Sorry.
I just put on my best Australian accent because I won't have the hat or the bandana on. I'll just go, "G'day," and move on.
And that'll be it. That'll be the
And then
tale.
Never again.
I like the clash of the continents, though. There's something we can do there, I feel like, for future work.
So hear me out. Ravensburger, Clash of the Continents creator tournament, where you get creators from different continents around the world teaming up with each other to represent their continents to have the world tournament. Yo!
Yo?
Let's go.
Sign me up.
And I will beat into the Inquisitor. No, I'm joking.
You probably will.
Well, have a
My
laugh
luck's
with it
gone.
anyway,
My winning reign is gone.
I mean, 2-time set champ, you're done. Like, you can retire tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's fine.
No more.
On a high.
No more.
Yes. Thank you guys for joining in the wonderful world of the tubes. If you are hyped about future installments of the show, or you have any suggestions as to who I should reach out to that you'd like to see on This Is Your Deck, let me know down in the comments. Feed me your DMs, join in the Discord server, send me those emails and all that jazz. I'm constantly looking out for more people. I've got a list Like, I've gone from struggling to think, because kind of like the advice that you gave earlier, I was very wary about, do I reach out to these guys? Will they even be interested?
Absolutely.
And then it wasn't until I just bit the bullet and just thought, screw it, let's just ask a bunch of people. I now have a list of quite a lot of people from different backgrounds, and it's awesome. I'm so hyped to have other people on the show with more questions being asked and back and forth banter. The journey to find out, the journey to truly find out, does everyone believe the brooms deserve a second chance?
Does everyone believe that Cocoam did nothing wrong? This has to be a feature. I'm requesting a permanent 3-second feature on this series where you ask that question, because I loved it.
Did Cocoam do anything wrong? Your thoughts? I love the idea of it. There you go. Brilliant stuff. We'll be seeing you guys next time on the next installment of This Is Your Deck, or whatever comes what may on the channels out there. Be sure to be a part of the Azurite crew and subscribe to the channel today so you don't miss out on anything. But it's not just about me. It's obviously about Jordyn from Intotheinwellau. I will have all of her stuff down in the description as well. Do you want to give us a pitch as to the content that you bring to the table?
Yeah, absolutely. So Intotheinwellau is designed as a cozy and safe space for Illumineers of all experience types, all ages, to come and join, have a bit of a laugh. We try to turn some Lorcana into some meme style things every now and then. We have deck builds, we have product opening content. Look, honestly, it's a bit of everything. It's just you following along with me as somebody who absolutely loves this game. So please come. Be an Inkwell dweller, as I call them, and follow us on Instagram.
Stuff. As I said, links down in the description below. Follow all the business and all the fun times here, there, and everywhere. We'll be seeing you guys out there on the great Azurite Sea for even more Lorcana action. Chee-hoo! Oh, Jordyn, give me your best chee-hoo.
Chee-hoo!
That works. We'll see you guys next time.